All right, let's go back now to CBS News reporter Kati Weis, who's following an effort to block a solar farm from being built in Alabama, that is. And that solar farm would actually power an AI data center in the state. So, Kati, what is going on with the land now? Why are people against it? And I know that you've talked to some officials about it as well.
Yes, good evening again, Juliette. Well, so this would be a solar electricity farm that would also have sheep on the farm as well. It would also double as a ranch. It would be built on 4,500 acres of land. That's a lot of land. You can see some aerial video of it. It's located in a small town of Stockton, Alabama. That's about 3 hours east of where I'm currently located in New Orleans. And locals there are just very concerned about the project because it could have some serious environmental impacts on the marshlands, the wetland ecosystems that are located there. It was expected to power a new Meta AI data center that's currently under construction in Montgomery, Alabama. And these AI data centers are popping up all over the U.S. So this is not a unique controversy. In fact, here in Louisiana, there's another Meta AI data center that's drawing its own fair share of concerns from locals in the region about the kind of electricity demands that center would require, and the concerns over how it may end up increasing people's power bills as well. In fact, a recent study conducted by the American Edge Project found that there are currently 3,000 data centers that are up for construction right now all over the United States. And these are huge facilities that oftentimes are the size of several football fields, so they require a lot of construction and a lot of work, many years of work in those regions. So of course they're going to draw concerns from the people who own homes there, who have decided to settle down roots there, that are going to be upended by those major projects. So this is something, again, that we're seeing now here on the Gulf Coast. The company that is planning this particular solar farm project, Silicon Ranch, they told our affiliate WKRG that we're going to be a long-term community member and a landowner in Stockton, and we'll have a significant investment in that land. So it will be our best interest to be good stewards of it and to develop the project responsibly. Juliette?
Yeah, and Kati, on top of that, you actually spoke with a state senator who is trying to pass a law to stop it. So what would his proposed law do?
Sure. I mean, it's quite striking, right? I mean, we're in the Deep South, the Bible Belt, that's notorious for being more of a red region where there's a lot of pro-business kind of legislation moving forward. Oftentimes, big projects of this scale have no trouble at all getting the green light. Yet here we are seeing a Republican state senator in Alabama putting forward 2 bills this week that would temporarily block the construction on this solar farm because of the kind of blowback that he's seeing from his constituents. He says he just wants to take a pause button on this project and get to better understand how solar farms even work. Remember, he says that here in the Deep South, he's very accustomed to working with new projects regarding oil and gas, but he doesn't really know much at all about solar farms. And so these kinds of projects are brand new to many of the lawmakers here in this region. And so they're hoping that they can kind of pump the brakes, take at least a year, and put a ban, a moratorium essentially, on all new solar farm projects as they get to better understand how to better cooperate with all parties involved. So I asked him, I said, well, what would you say to critics who might say that you're preventing an economic boost in the region? Here's what he had to say. Take a listen.
We're doing nothing more here than trying to make sure that we have all this in balance. This is nothing more than trying to figure out and make sure that the two parties, the two new neighbors, if you will, can and will get along in the different realms that they're working toward, and that they don't interfere and step on each other's rights.
So still very early on in the process. Those bills were just introduced this week, so it'll still take another couple of months before they make their way through the legislative process. And of course, we'll follow them and let you know what happens. And we should also mention that we did also reach out to Meta for a comment, but we've not yet heard back. Juliette?
All right, Kati Weis. Kati, thanks so much.